Welcome everyone to what show is this? The Friday Night BS show. I did too many shows. I did too many shows. Look at Bruce shaking his head. I do way too many shows. Yeah, this is the Friday Night BS show, and we're back. Mr. Julian is with us, and Mr. Bruce, and we're waiting on Dee had her hair done or did. Is that the street word?
I think did. Yeah.
Yeah, did. She had her hair did. Yeah, I don't get that one, dude.
Yeah.
It's like my mom. I feel like my mom when I said, "Oh, that's bad," and she thought that meant not good, you know. And I'm like, "No, mom, that's bad and good."
It's a good bad.
Yeah. I remember those days. I think my mom was very confused back in those days.
So
But we're back.
Tracy's in the house. Huh?
Tracy's in the house. Is Tracy in the house? Tracy, hello, Tracy. Let me add the new feature because the new feature now.
Gang.
The new feature actually puts the chat right up on the screen, so I don't have to do it anymore. So it frees me up. It frees these hands up for things. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this free time that I have now.
Italian, you know,
I gotta move them. I gotta constantly move these hands. What are we going to talk about today? The cost of dating and who's profiting from it. And I went deep into this one and then you know what I said, we have Julian here is the Gen Zer, right? So I did some Gen Z research on dating, and man, you guys are all over the place
of like
what you want to spend, how you want to spend that time with somebody, if you even if you want to date. I mean, you guys have become the generation of I don't care. Like kind of like remember Gen X has been the generation known as the generation that said whatever, anytime something came up we're like whatever, but you guys kind of took that meaning to a different level. It's like, fuck it, maybe that's your fuck it. That's
yeah.
You catch yourself doing that, like, oh fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just I think that when you're dating, you can't take it too seriously, I think, so that's why it's like, oh, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'll throw it to Bruce. Like Bruce, when you were like when you saw a girl that you liked and you wanted to date her, when you were, now I know we're going far back in your teenage years.
Man, I just had to stick and beat her and then drug her with her hair into the cave.
I dragged her back to the cave or what? No, but like you put in I don't want to say like a war plan together, but you kind of like had everything kind of laid out on how you were going to do it, how you were going to ask her, all this stuff, right?
No, I never went into that detail. It was
you just winged it. You just winged it
strictly off the cuff, man.
Wow, that's great.
I'm hearing that guys nowadays don't even they want the girl to talk to them.
Yeah, no, that's the new way. I don't mind that. Do you mind? I don't mind them making the first approach.
I don't mind that at all. I mean, it actually probably a kind of a safer bet because at least you're not going to be called a creep.
Well, if you make good.
I kind of got called a creep last weekend.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Well, then you also run into the thing of like. The thing is that girls do like when a guy puts an effort,
right?
So right now it's very low effort from guys, and so girls are getting upset.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was at a bar, right, and we're all outside talking, and the band's playing, and it's loud and stuff, and we're all talking, and then it's loud. So this gal, I kind of leaned into because she was talking to me, and I kind of leaned into her to hear what she was saying because it was so loud, and the first thing she says is, "Please don't touch me."
Oh God. I said, I would have looked her right in the face and said, "You don't have nothing to worry about, sweetheart."
Oh no, I just put my hands behind my back and said, "See ya," and I walked back into the bar.
Yeah. Well, like, let me find I got to find the hole, and there's no hair around it. Hold on.
So I mean,
start at the top and then go down.
Yeah.
I need my app, Bruce. I need my app. No. But Julian brings up a good point, because when they initiate the conversation, you already won, because I feel like if she has initiated that conversation, you already know that she likes you.
Yeah.
So that I love that. I mean, that takes a lot of that
at least
stress away.
You've improved your odds, anyways. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Yes, until you open your mouth, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
It could still go down. It could still go south.
is that like they're not even wanting to plan the date?
Mm,
You know what I mean? And I do think like the way that I was raised, I thought that's the man's job. You know, the man.
yeah, that's a man's job.
You
No, you're 100% there. And now that I think about it, yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of the stress away from the guy when she initiates a conversation like that. But it also, I think the guy also needs to realize that that's just one part of it, because that's the attraction level of it. She's attracted to you.
She just opened the doors. All she did.
Right. Yeah, but I think, when you look at it, and as a whole, you have to realize that she only did that because she's attracted to you. So you still need to open your mouth and talk and not blow it.
That's where most people fuck it up, though.
That's where they fuck it up. Especially after I had like 3 drinks, it's like, what do you...
And then there's always the chance that she's just being nice and polite.
To a certain extent, but I think it's like that initial way she approaches you, and then again, we've talked about this. Does she touch you? Does she put her hands on you? Is she making eye contact? Is she smiling? Well, Bruce, you can't do that move. Remember, Bruce, the move you.
I mean, just because I had one hand on the breast, one hand on her ass, but
yeah.
No, really, I didn't. I mean, I didn't. It wasn't my hands. I was just kind of leaning.
I don't know. What do you think, Julian? What do you think, Bruce?
I think Bruce is being creepy.
I think Bruce tried to do that old move where you slide your hand down the back.
Or he was all.
And then the weirdest part is when I went back into the bar, so I just kind of left the conversation, right? So I'm back at the bar, and I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm kind of turning sideways because the band's playing.
Yeah.
And she comes back in with the girls, and she walks right by me, and then drags her hand across my arm as it's sitting.
Oh, see, that's that. And it's
like
that girl's fucking with your mind.
And I'm going
signals.
I'm thinking to myself, I go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even look. Look.
I would have just straight up told her, "Don't touch me."
Yep. Is this a girl that's your age, or is she like younger?
Probably younger. I mean, probably in her late 40s, maybe.
Oh, so old enough to not be playing games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, she's out with her girlfriend, so God only knows what games they're playing.
Okay,
Well, in fact, one of the gals she was with used to live at my apartment complex years ago.
Let's make signals, big time.
And she was there for 30 minutes before I looked at her. Like, fuck, I know that girl, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like 30. She was there for almost 30 minutes before she comes over. She goes, "Hi, Bruce." I go,
"Yeah." Why? She's throwing you. Either. All right. Either she's throwing you some mixed signals, or 2, she's confused, or 3, she found out a little bit more about you from somebody else.
No, well, yeah, because I mean,
you're a good guy.
Well, here's the funny part. So there's a group of girls. So this was the tall brunette. I knew the blonde, and as I'm walking back in from outside, which is kind of the smoke area, where half of them are actually smoking dope out there in the patio, but I'm smoking a cigar. The gal that I did know that lived in the apartment complex, right? She's trying to fix me up with the little blonde that's walking up the ramp.
Yeah, there's your move.
He's living in an apartment together. He's a really nice guy. You guys should go out. And it's like, I'm not getting near any of you girls.
Yeah, see, I'm $10. She overheard that conversation and goes,
"Oh, she wanted you."
Yeah. I don't want to let this good guy go. So I'll slide my hand.
At that point, Bruce goes,
"Tracy, don't say hi to D. Don't say hi to D."
At this point, Bruce goes to all 4 girls. Not tonight, girls.
You messed up. Yeah, I know. She's probably, like I said, I think she probably overheard that conversation and was like, "Oh, maybe he is a good guy. Maybe I made a mistake." She read the cover. She judged the cover before she read the book.
Yep. Well, too bad the book is checked out.
And then her friend read the summary and she was like, "Hey, maybe that's a good book."
she got the Cliff Note version of it, and it's like, "Oh, fuck, Bruce is a nice guy, dude."
Yeah, Bruce closed the book, and that was it.
No, it's I mean, that's the thing. I think that's just part of it today. I think with social media, and the world is getting smaller. So it's not like you have to take a chance anymore with somebody, because you can research anybody you want.
Which all you need is their name.
Yeah, you just need their name. It's not the days where you needed a social security number or you needed, an address or anything like that. I mean, today you can, if a guy approaches you and you're kind of not sure, you can walk away for a second, find him on Facebook, see what kind of shit he's posting.
You use your real name, John, when you're out in the bar?
Oh, I usually use James Bond. James Bond. No. I mean, that's the thing. I think nowadays you don't have to make them. There's still people making mistakes, believe me. But I think it's a lot harder, a lot easier not to make a mistake today because there's just so much information that's out there on all of us. I mean, if you're on Facebook, you probably are on Instagram.
You got everything.
You're on everything, I mean, shit. I mean, and then for $20, you can look up anybody you want. right. Look at D.
If you're good enough with the internet, you can do it for free.
Yeah, you can do it for free.
Welcome to
the show, D.
She's got the comment window right in her screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do.
Does that bother
John's mad at me. It's obvious.
No.
I know you're
it's
mad
a
at
new
me.
feature. It's a new feature, and that's what yeah.
Watch this, guys. Watch this. D, your hair looks great.
Oh, you look amazing, D.
Thank you.
All right.
You can't even see it, but I did get my highlights touched.
She got. I saw the streak. I saw the streak. Yeah. I thought you were gonna go all gray. Did you change your mind?
It was starting to come in and it looked really crap and I think it's not ready yet. So I did something else. So now I have it's like called calico. So it's black and it's got like this copper streak in it and this super bleach blonde streak in it. It's really pretty.
Yeah. Hey, everybody's got something. Everybody got something in their closet. I got a lot of shit in my closet.
A couple skeletons.
I got a couple bodies in there. Yeah.
Man, I've got the whole cemetery in mind, man.
Yeah. Everybody. That's the thing. I mean, no matter who there's no perfect person out there. There isn't. I mean, I'm serious.
Close. Little off.
I mean, I'm almost perfect. Yeah, what is normal? That's the other thing. What the fuck is normal today? Today, what is normal? Normal could be the guy that doesn't want to tie you up.
That sounds pretty boring to me. Just saying.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. That it's just like, okay, well, I don't want that guy. He doesn't want to tie me up tonight, So, but yeah, we're gonna go into all of this stuff on dating, and I did a little research on Gen Zers too. So we're gonna go into the Gen Z dating world and see how they look at it and what they want out of a date and how much they want to spend on a date, and
the less the better.
That's what it kind of comes out to. D, does that buy? Hey, Erica,
$1.
Yeah,
$1
I don't like
make me
boring
holla.
either. Yeah, I don't like boring either. You gotta have some shit in your I wanted to say arsenal, but that doesn't sound good when you're dating. What do you got in your arsenal? Well, I got the cock ring. I got some electronic ball. No.
Do you have the swing, John? Do you have the swing?
No, I don't have.
Take it down since everyone's here.
Yeah, I don't want the. Remember the silver bullet episode we did? I don't want that one. I almost took that guy's eye out. If she was able to shoot that thing out at that trajectory and at that speed to where the guy had to go to the hospital to get stitches, that
was some stripper. I tell you,
if she's got that kind of, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
I mean, that would.
Gotta have some muscles in the stomach there, man.
Score a guy permanently if she's got that muscle control like that,
I guess. I think Julian's right. It's core muscle to be able to shoot that little silver bullet out of there. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, and then the poor guy had to explain that to his wife, or how he got hit in the face with a silver bullet dildo. Here we go. The average cost for dating in America varies. But a typical date night out includes dinner and a movie. It can cost around,
at least, I would say, $150.
All right, Brucey. Dinner and a movie.
Dinner and a movie. Drinks too.
I don't fucking know. Sure, there's some drinks involved. Yeah, mate. Let's throw in a drink.
Oh, I'd say it's probably close to what Julian said. Probably $150 to $170.
How about you, D? What would you say that? What would you want the guy to spend?
Yeah, probably close to.
You guys are off by
I mean,
$9.
it's not even like he has a choice.
$9?
You guys are off by $9. Go ahead, D. Hey, D, no, that's bothering me. I'm going to take that off your face.
Well, you got to get the audience to kick in a few numbers too, John.
Yeah. Well, audience, what do you think it is? But I already said it. So it's $159. You guys were off by $9.
Yeah.
That's not bad. The Gen Zer, the Boomer, and the Millennial got it pretty damn right on the money.
But now I ask if we were actually going to spend that much if we went out on the first date, John.
Well, all right, we'll get into all that. However, some dating sites and articles report that the average is $58.84 per date. That's Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's Taco Bell and a rented, downloaded Amazon movie.
I mean, that's 2 McDonald's meals, really.
Yeah. That's no drinks. That's not drinks.
Or maybe just drinks.
It could be just drinks.
You know, like that's like 3 drinks each, about something like that. You know,
yeah.
Let's go out.
I don't know what bar you're going to that pays for 3 drinks.
Julian's like, let's go out on a date. Where are we going? Just a bar. Just a bar.
Well, usually like the first hangout will be like, oh, let's go grab drinks, right? Because then it's like less commitment.
Yeah.
A lot of girls honestly do not want to eat in front of you the first time they're meeting you.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, oh, like let's just go grab drinks, and the next one will be more closer to that 150 mark where we're gonna go grab drinks and food and hang out. You know,
you're right. I mean, most of the time you're getting coffee, so figure coffee $7 a piece, $8 a piece. If you're going to Starbucks, that's $16. You get a scone, that's another what? Like another $5, $6.
Yeah, maybe she wants a grilled cheese or something.
Yeah, she wants one of those lunches that are in the Starbucks box.
The boiled egg, yeah.
The boiled egg. You do not eat boiled eggs on a fucking date, dude. Do not eat boiled eggs on a date.
I'm just inviting over my house for milk and cookies.
Yeah, if I'm spending $58, a home cooked meal, that's pretty good. I think that's good. That's a pretty good amount of money that you would spend on making dinner.
I guess maybe if I knew the girl, but for the most part, like if I'm meeting a girl, a lot of the times it's off the internet or like I don't really know her.
You ain't cooking her dinner.
I'm not inviting her. Well, I'm not inviting her to my house.
Yeah, right.
I'm just not inviting her to my house.
Yeah, that's true. Men tend to spend. Yeah, men tend to spend more. Go figure. We spend more on dates than women. Ultimately, the cost can vary widely based on location, activities, and individual preferences.
Wait. You guys have dated women who have paid for dates?
They're out there, Bruce. I mean, some of them insist on paying, and it's just, you don't want to piss them off, dude. You don't want to piss them off. We talked about this. She's not getting away with that on a first date. Now, if there's a second date and she wants to contribute to it, then she can pay. But
maybe get drinks or something.
Yeah, but I am going to, like we talked about this, that should be established before you go out on a date. Hey, I'm asking you out. I'm paying for this date. The next date, if you want to pay, because you don't want that argument, right? At the dinner, at the table in front of a bunch of people, you two arguing about who's going to pay what. That's ridiculous.
So what if she invites you out to the date? Are you still paying, or does she pay?
We've been through this one. What are you doing, Bruce? If she initiates the date and she picks the place, and now I wouldn't say she picks you up because that's not happening today, but you meet her there.
Not coming to my house on the first date. No.
Yeah. Is she paying? You gonna let her pay? If she
No. I mean, if she insists on it, I will let her. But I mean, if she doesn't, then then I'm stuck with it. So.
Yeah. Oh, Erica, that's kind of weird.
A red flag. That's not good.
That's kind of. I don't know, man. It's just. I mean, like, are they people that are complete stranger, or are they a friend? That's what
It must be strangers.
Yeah, if they're strangers, that's a no.
I would even say, in my experience, if a girl had me pick her up, like let's say she didn't drive or she just didn't want to drive, she would have me pick her up like down the street from her house. She wouldn't give me her address right away.
Yeah, that's common nowadays. Yeah,
would not let me see where she. Like I've seen them like come out from around the corner.
Right. Yeah. Or come out of an apartment complex without you seeing the door, the number, and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, for the meet and greets, it's always been a neutral location. But gals that I've actually asked out on dates, most of them I've actually picked up at their place. So
yeah,
there
is art. Almost no egg salad sandwiches. That's only at work, Art. That's only at work. I don't buy egg salad sandwiches for strangers. Yeah, that's a hell no, Erica.
Red flag.
Hey, come over to my house and have dinner. Like, dude, I don't even fucking know you.
Like asking you
no, I choose life. Sorry.
Yeah, I choose life too.
Who knows? Maybe they are good guys. Who knows?
I think. All right, let's flip it though. A complete female stranger asks you to come to her house and she's going to cook you dinner.
I mean, my wiener's taking me to some weird places.
Yeah.
I might go.
On the A train.
Well, okay. All right. So if a girl's gonna invite you over for the first one, I would think first that it's a setup.
A stranger.
Yeah, a stranger. It's like just because it's like you don't know what she's out trying to do. So I guess I wouldn't go to her house.
You don't know if the boys are
that bad. We can't trust women anymore either.
If the boys are waiting for you, as they open the door,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
she opens the door, then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the restroom." You know something's gonna happen.
Yeah, she dating's gotten so bad we have to worry about the women now.
But like, if I go on a date, like I don't bring anything on me. Like I don't even wear jewelry. Like I'll even maybe have like $100 in my pocket.
Yeah.
I keep it in. I don't even keep it like in my wallet. I'll put it in like my another pocket, so that way if anything does happen, just because I, especially right now, and with the way that some of these girls are, you cannot trust them.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. How about you, Brucey? She invites you, complete stranger, invites you over to her house for dinner.
Can't say that's ever happened.
Yeah, I don't think many women were going to go ahead and do that. Yeah. First date, no way, man. Erica, absolutely, hell no. I mean, a complete stranger. Hey, come over to my house. I'll cook you dinner. You number one, you don't know. You're a complete stranger. Number two, you don't know if the fucker can cook. You're gonna get fucking
TV dinner,
dino
TV
bites,
dinner out of the microwave,
dino chicken nugget bites.
Doritos with barbecue sauce on them.
Set my grandchild. That's nasty. Here's more detail and breakdown. Generally average, some sources suggest that the average date night costs around $123, $159. Dinner and a movie, one study found that dinner and a movie cost $159 on average. Cost per date from Self Inc. reports that the average person spends $58.84 per date, with men spending $67.87 and women spending $50. Always getting away with cheap. You women are always getting away with the cheaper end of it.
The equal rate.
We make less.
Yeah, here we go. Now we want to start that. Well, that's a whole nother show, man. It's a whole nother show.
Too controversial.
We've done that show. We make less. Complaining.
The location matters. The cost of a date can vary significantly by city. For example, Elite Singles notes that a date in San Francisco could cost around $143, while one in Philadelphia might cost you $118. I'm going to call bullshit on the 143. I'm going to say that should be probably another 100 in San Francisco.
Unless you're not getting drinks and that's just food.
Elite dating. I mean, that's the high end,
Yeah. I'm saying
we couldn't even get on that site, John. We didn't get swipe left all day long on that site.
Yeah, even a slice of pizza now is like $12 in San Francisco. So I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. I'm not gonna say it's 243, but I'm thinking it's high. It's mid 200s. Just below 200 on a good date in San Francisco. That a date in New York City can be significantly more expensive. See, around $230 in San Francisco. That's dinner and a movie in New York. I'm sorry, in New York. That's $230 in New York. Jesus Christ. I know there ain't no chance.
Good thing I'm not in New York.
Yeah, that's
about right. That sounds about Chicago or Milwaukee. Sounds about the same.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think once you get into the bigger major cities, I think it's a lot different for us here, like Modesto, Riverbank, and Turlock, and I think you can get away with, you know, I hate saying the Chili's, Applebee's, you know.
Yeah,
I feel
those
like
places
that's a
aren't
little
those
too.
going out is not cheap anymore anywhere.
No, it's not. It's not. And then they throw in that, you know, that 15% tip. This shit gets expensive, man.
And you have to tip
You have
because
to tip.
because they look.
They look. They see
look.
it.
They peep it. They
Yeah.
peep it.
I mean the average cocktail now, you go up to the bars anywhere from $10 to $13 now for one drink.
75 cents.
That's Modesto.
Yeah. Italian restaurant in San Francisco. Yeah, see, 150. That was that just her? And I had one drink. So you and your daughter came out to 150. That's not bad. That's Italians know how to, and that was probably a good meal too, because you know it was Italian food. So financial stress. Okay, Brucey.
No, I said I met Scotty at Surlis last night.
Yeah.
And they had like their dinner special thing going.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 2 cocktails and then their $30 dinner special, which included like a Caesar salad, and it was a sausage pilaf type main course thing.
Yeah.
And then apple crisp for dessert, right? So for 2 drinks and then me paying for that meal just for me, it was $57.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it comes. That's what they say it comes out to. Average for the men usually spend anywhere from 58 to 67. So
yeah,
that's why you just take her to Costco.
That was just me.
Costco hot dog.
Get her that. Yeah, the hot dog and the soda for $1.50 at Costco. That's a deal. I mean, she wants a chicken bake. Will you out like the $2, dude? You know, that's not bad.
You pay the difference.
Yeah, you pay. D, he's gonna make you pay the difference. D, for a chicken bake. What the hell, Julian? Fork out the extra money.
So then what? I don't get to have a hot dog?
No, use your Costco card or something, man. Jesus Christ, man.
You didn't get the combo meal with the drink though, so that's
yeah. If you get the financial stress, many people report feeling stressed about the cost of dating, with some opting for more affordable date options. And there are. We talked about like how, just being creative with the date. Now, I think the first date, I think you just go for it.
Yeah.
You just got to go. I mean, you're either one or done on the first date. So it's impress or don't impress. So for me, I think after that date, then I think you can get kind of creative and let's go to the grocery store and make a picnic basket kind of date or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you cool with that, D? Like the first date, I think you're trying to impress her, or she's trying to impress him, whichever way you want to look at it. So maybe go a little extra on that first date.
Yeah, absolutely. At least pretend to try a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't do McDonald's and Taco Bell on the first date.
Oh, God damn it. That would be great.
What about In-N-Out?
In-N-Out. That's expensive. No, I'm kidding.
I've never had In-N-Out. I don't know what that's like.
Oh, yeah. You're missing out.
I would be considered myself a cheap date. I'm pretty much just happy with the company. So,
Yeah, I mean that's too. The company's important, but I think getting the first date, picking the right place, understanding you pick a place that you can still kind of talk with each other, and you want it to be romantic, right? You don't want it to be just some, you don't want it to be Applebee's where everything just feels robotic. You know what I mean? Where the waitress could give a shit what your name is. You go to these smaller restaurants that the waiter cares who you are. They know that you're on a date and they're trying to make it more romantic for you.
Well, that way the waiter can try to pick up on your date, because
that's fine. He can pick up the bill too. He can pick up the bill. Yeah. Damn it!
I was on a date like that. That happened.
And hey man, if he's gonna make his move, man, then I would get up and hand him over the bill and say, "Here you go, thank you, man. That was great."
Well, if he successfully does it, that's when you just walk out, get in your car, and you take off.
Yeah.
Well, we
meet your buddies.
We did the restaurant. Then she was, let's go to the brewery around the corner and I'll buy you a drink. I thought, well, that's cool, but we'll ditch the waiter. No.
Yeah.
He showed up at the bar.
Yeah.
And she bought him a beer, and then at that point it was like, yeah, see, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Have fun with waiters.
Bruce is like, I ain't doing it the 3-way the other way, maybe, but no, not dating apps generate billions of dollars in revenue each year, driven by a growing users base and effective monitor. I can't even say that word. I'm not even going to try it. Strategies. I'm not going to say. In 2024, the dating app market reached an estimated $6.8 billion in revenue. Why can't I have like 1% of that? What is 1% of $6 billion? That is $6 million. 100.
I mean, how 1% of 100 is a dollar.
Yeah, it's a dollar. That's what
every time you add a zero, you add a zero to that.
Too. Oh, 600 million. It would be 600 million. Yeah.
No, not 600 million. Maybe like 6 million.
It would be 1%
of what?
6%. 1% of 6 billion is 600 million, right? Or no? Maybe I'm doing the math wrong. The bourbon stuff. I think you're right. I think it's 6 million. I think 10% of 10% of 6 billion is 600 million. Okay. I knew that, guys. Don't judge me. The market the market is expected to grow further. Projecting suggestions could surpass $11 billion. $11 billion just for us to find love. Just for us.
Is this the online
the dating apps don't work?
I say yes and no, man, because I get, if they keep growing, is it growing because it's not working, or is it growing because the population is growing?
Don't you think that if it was working, it would be shrinking?
Yeah, it would be shrinking.
Because there's suckers out there.
Yeah, but is it
hard-earned money thinking they're going to find the person of their dream?
Is it though? Is the population growing quicker than the connections are happening? See what I'm saying?
Well, no, because I think that there's a trend of like worldwide actually where there's less people being born.
Yeah, that's true. But there's more. There's got to be more people becoming old enough to be on a dating app that are getting into relationships because of a dating app.
I guess every year technically more people become of age to be on these dating apps. Yeah.
Over 350 million people worldwide use dating apps. That's crazy.
That's insanity.
Yeah, that's crazy. North America is the largest market, holding more than 40% of the global revenue in 2024. The U.S. alone accounts for a significant share. I bet it does. And then where do you think number 2 is?
Not the U.S.
It's not the U.S.
Somewhere in Europe.
It's got to be Britain, the U.K.,
Australia.
Where do you say?
I don't know. I want to say somewhere in Europe. So
Europe. All right. D. Where's your guess?
The continent, but
UK.
It's Asia. Asia Pacific is the fastest growing region. Asian, man, they don't mess around. There's so billions of them. There's billions of them.
There's a lot of them.
Art, can you explain that to us, Art? Where's Art when we need him? Yeah, the Asian Pacific is the fastest growing region.
Maybe that's where I need to go.
Yeah, maybe there's a lot. There's a lot. That's the thing.
You're looking for love.
Passport, bro. Passport, bro.
Get that passport.
I got it. I got one.
Yeah, he's going to Italy. He may end up getting married in Italy. So we might not see him.
The Philippines is supposed to be the place to go, man.
Look, Art, hell yeah,
Filipino girl.
Look, Art writes rice for life. Okay. Oh man, yeah. We may not see him. He's gone to Italy. And he's been looking into. They want him to stay, so they'll pay him to stay, give him a house, and he's just got to marry some Italian.
He gets one of those dollar homes. Stay for 2 years.
Yeah,
that's all I need.
I think Italy's requiring 5 years, so that's not bad. Think about that. You go now, you're 25.
I'll be 30.
You'll be 30, and if you don't want to stay, you still have ample.
31 because when I'm going, I'll be 26.
Right. Yeah. So you come back at 30. If you decide not to stay there, you're 31. You can come back. You're still in that dating market. That's still young and but you'll have a kid. So
maybe a couple kids.
The tiny.
But I can just leave him there.
Just leave him there. You don't have to pay child support.
She's got him. She's got him. They got him.
Yeah, they'll pay for him over there. The top performing apps in 2024, Tinder, $1 billion.
Jeez.
$1 billion.
Wow.
Hey, just to see who liked you. That's it.
That's it.
That's
you get
why.
that heart
gold subscription, whatever it is, however much it costs. I know they suckered a few of my friends into it.
The gold one, the gold package,
to pay to see who likes you.
Oh,
yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
I guess
really?
that.
It's all
yeah,
bullshit, anyways.
Well, no, and then it ends up being like the girls that end up liking them. It's just like, oh man, you shouldn't even have paid for it.
Yeah. I'm not paying to know that. I think the challenge is trying to figure out which one of them are. But then again, that's the tough part. Bruce has talked about that. It's just being able to write to them, and if they don't write, they have to write to you first.
Finally match with them, and they go hi, and then you go hi back, and you ask them a question, and it's like
a week later.
Not even a week. The same conversation, quiet.
Yeah, I wonder too, though. I wonder if that hello is just because she did like you, and it's just that automated thing.
She had to like you to match, otherwise.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so so I don't know. I don't know how legit the matches are. I don't know if it was truly a match or if it's like, the dating site. Really. God, this dude hasn't matched with anybody in 150 swipes. We got to throw him a bone.
I think what it is that some people are on there to pass time, and then the other part of it is that they're messaging multiple people, and maybe they messaged you in that time that guy they like isn't responding, and then he responds, and then they're just like, oh,
they brush you off.
Yeah,
like fuck.
I've had gals match, and it's funny because some sites, I'll get a match, and it's like, well, fuck, I don't know who that gal is. I didn't swipe right on her, but she'll match me, and it's like, I didn't swipe on her. But and then it's like, but I don't respond right away because like I'm out or something like that. And then then you go to respond, and it's like they've unmatched you already.
Yeah, because you got that window of time, right, D?
Yeah.
They've decided you have that window of time, and you blew it.
That's what you get for acting like you're the prize, Bruce. That's what happens.
Bruce can play that game though. Bruce is a handsome man.
How dare you not be on your phone?
Yeah, you know what, Bruce? You should have put the fucking 9-iron down and back in your bag, and you should have responded to her.
Well, I did apologize to one gal when she said hi, and I had a golf tournament, so I responded to her and said, "Sorry, I was in a golf tournament. How are you doing?" And it's like that message sat there for a week. I finally just
maybe she doesn't like golfers. Maybe she doesn't like golfers. You blew it right there. She's like, "Oh, this fucking guy wants to spend his whole weekend out on the golf course."
Never see that guy. He's always going to be golfing. Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Bumble's around 480 million. Hinge. I've never heard of Hinge. I think we've talked about it.
Mike was Hinge.
Girls have to message you.
Yeah, and that's 200. They make 294 million a year.
Yeah.
Man,
I've never seen that one. I know Tinder, I know Bumble, but I never heard of Hinge. Match groups, including apps like Tinder, Hinge, Match, OK Cupid, or like some people say, OK Stupid. Plenty of Fish generate 3.5 billion in 2024. That's insane.
Yeah, I heard Bumble was almost going broke though.
It's just like, fuck, how do you have to, I know, like when you're designing an app, the whole idea is to give it away for free, and the perfect platform. Okay. The perfect platform to making money with an app is the games my grandson plays. And that's, what's the name of that game? Everybody. Fortnite. Fortnite is your perfect example. Give them something free. Let them play it for free. But if you want that hat, it's going to cost you. If you want that sword, it's going to cost you.
You want to be able to see who the girls that are liking you. You have to pay.
You have to pay. And I mean, that's how you design an app. You design an app to give it away. You give the app away.
Then Bumble was set up where the gal had to initiate the conversation.
Right. I like that. I like that.
If you matched. But they found out that, as I was reading an article, they found out that the women weren't initiating the conversation after they matched, right? Yeah. So the guy can't do anything because she has to send the first message.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck there.
You're in this limbo land where you've matched the gal, but she's got to start the conversation in order for you to send her a message, right?
Yeah.
And they found out that most of the women weren't initiating the conversation after the match, so they finally changed their concept now that once there's a match, either one can start the conversation.
Yeah, well, that's smart. And I mean, I don't use them. I know you have, Bruce, and I think do you use them, Julian?
I've used them in the past, but
did you notice you started seeing the same girls whether you were on Tinder or whether you were on Hinge, whether you're on Cupid?
So I never did multiple apps, but from what my friends have said is that a lot of the times it is just the repeating same people.
It's just the repeat of the same.
The other thing that I ran into is like it was just a lot of people that I knew from high school.
Oh,
it's like yeah.
You didn't want to date me in high school, bitch. Now you want to date me now?
I don't want to date them anyway.
Well, I even heard that they actually they pay women to put their profiles on the sites just to get the men viewership.
Yeah, well, it makes sense because
and the women basically just start a generic conversation just to end up ghosting the guy anyways because they're not really out there.
It makes sense. We're the larger portion of the app, so there's going to be more men than there are women on these apps, and it's a pretty small group. And it's fucking high school all over again, and just on an app now.
Yeah.
It's just all the women that you think you like, but you're never going to have a shot at dating. So it's high school all over.
No, and like I said, unless you're the top 1% on the site, you're not going to get any action.
Yeah. Paid subscription users pay a recruiting fee for accessing all features. We know about that. In-app purchases allow users to buy specific features and virtual goods, like virtual goods. I'm going to buy her heart. Almost, and the fake flowers, like they had the flowers on TikTok. We'll send her flowers.
Can we grow the fuck up, please? Oh my gosh.
I like that. The specific features for virtual goods, like super likes. I never know what a super like is. I like you super much. I don't know.
I don't just like you. I super like you.
I super like you, man. That just sounds creepy. Wow. I really super like you, baby. Boost and virtual gifts. I get the gift thing, as I seen that. I don't watch a lot of lives on TikTok, but I've been kind of paying attention a little bit to some of them, and it's like I think they do like flowers and hearts or whatever it is.
They give you a free rose, like
the rose. That's what it is. The rose. So I mean, I get that. See, and then it's just it's like fucking high school all over again. You're just gifting shit to someone that's gonna never say yes.
And a lot of them are there just to see how many swipes they can get. They're not really out to date. It's just kind of an ego thing where they're just on the site to see how many likes they can get.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, D?
I was going to say, I mean, it's essentially the grown-up version of passing notes in high school. Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe. Can we go to the dance together? Smiley face.
Yes, please say yes. My dad will pick us up in his car. He's got a station wagon. You got a station wagon.
My dad said he'd loan me his station wagon. That's awesome.
Online dating is really useless.
I don't understand how you guys do it. No, thank you.
It's I mean, all right, give me. I did do them once. I did it once. I don't think you've done it. I think Bruce has done it. I don't know if D has done it. Have you ever tried speed dating?
No.
Hell no. No, thank you.
Bruce and I have tried it. I knew Bruce has tried it before.
I got suckered into it. I thought I'd go just for the hell of it. It was.
How did it work? Would you say it was a good thing?
No, because it was not well organized. I
feel like it'd be way more guys than girls.
No, it was more girls than guys, and that was the reason I got sucked into it because they had
they needed
overwhelming amount of men. And they didn't have women. They didn't have enough guys, right?
Yeah. So that's like the plus right there, baby.
Well, that's what I thought, but it's funny because you get there, and some tables I had to talk to 3 women at one time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I can't do that. Damn.
Yeah. So and then most of the time they're supposed to give you a note so that you could, mark it, and the gal would do the same thing, and then you'd know at the end if you connected or not, right? They didn't have any of that crap, right? So you didn't really know if you connected with anybody at all to go through it, and you had like 2 minutes to talk with each gal. Well, it's kind of tough when you get on a table where there's 3 women. You get 2 minutes to talk with 3 women, right? And they've all heard the conversation with the first woman, the second woman, the third woman, right? And then so it was bizarre. And then some of them are 3 sheets to the wind already. Some of them you're not interested in, but you're just being polite, right? And at the end, it's like, and the gal was running. And I said, okay, well, I'm done. And the gal, she made some joke or something like that. And then it was mingle time, right? Well, the mingle time, at the end of it, all the women are mingling together and all the guys that were there are mingling together. So nobody's mingling
together.
Right?
It's high school all over.
It's like being at the dance. Everybody goes to their separate side, right?
All the girls are dancing. The guys are standing up against the wall.
So I mean,
saying stupid
the guys
shit
were all standing there going, "What a fucking waste of an evening," you know?
Right.
And so I left. My buddy calls me up. It was his restaurant. He goes, "How'd you do?" I said, "I had some gal that insisted I take her phone number." I said the shitty part was in that 2-minute span, I'd never got her name plugged into the phone with the number, so I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, congratulations, you're the only one that got a phone number tonight."
Oh, there you go. See, she should just called it and just.
I did. I eventually called her.
Listen to Bruce. Eventually, and then like 2 months later,
because I had the phone number but not a name, so I didn't want to just call her up and go, "Hey, I don't remember what your name is," right?
Hi.
So after about a couple of days, I called her up and said, "Hey, I didn't get your name plugged into the phone, and I got your number. It was a speed dial thing and stuff like that." And I said, I just, wanted to touch base with you and ask me to get your name and attach it to the phone number. And she goes, "Oh, is this? I'm hoping this is the guy I was hoping he was going to call me." I go, "Is this?" She goes, "Is this Brandon?" I go, "No."
I would have said, "Yeah."
Oh man,
Brandon, baby.
Man. Yeah.
Man,
so I mean, she was describing somebody else that she wanted to really call her. I don't know how many times she gave out her number.
She was handing them out like fucking candy.
Must have been handing her number out like candy.
She was looking. The speed dating thing is kind of weird. I get it.
How was your
I guess
experience?
it was okay. It wasn't, it wasn't like something I would ever do again because it was just kind of weird and it wasn't like Bruce's. It was one-on-one, but it was just like most of the people that were there really didn't like. And I'm not going to say I was prepared, but I think if it would have gave us a little bit of time to sit down and try to write some questions down that we were, like I think that's important. You know why you want to date someone. You know what you're looking for. I think if you have that stuff written down, because it was just stupid random questions, that made no sense, and to me.
Oh yeah. So did you have like an icebreaker sheet they gave you?
No, there was no icebreaker sheet.
Oh, see, they gave us like an icebreaker sheet where you could, it's just like a 30 things that you could.
See, that's smart. That's how they should have done it. Yeah. That's
Maybe you guys should put one on. You guys should put one on.
Yeah, we should do one. The Friday Night BS show speed dating. We'll rent the. It'd just be me, Bruce, Julian.
I could see that going. I could see that going really south real quick.
Yeah.
Where's all the guys? It's just us right here.
You gotta have Bob in there.
Come on, callers. Anybody.
Welcome to the speed round dating. Why there's only 5 guys here and 100 women? No, we're just trying to even the odds out, man. We're trying to even the odds out. Yeah. Well, this will be fun though. Hey, Julian, not Julian, D. You're sitting in front of the guy at a speed round, and I'm going to start the timer. Hold on. Let me find that damn fucking thing. Hold on. I know I got one. Wait, is it over here? It's not there.
You can't find your
I thought I had one here. What did I do with it?
I don't know.
All right, there it is. All right. Okay, there we go. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. You don't have 20 minutes, but let's say 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, go. You have 2 minutes. Ask Julian 2 minutes of questions that you would ask on a speed round date. That'd be kind of cute. You want to do Bruce instead or me? Who do you want to do? That doesn't sound good. I take all that back. Look, I will beat myself.
Who do you want to do, D?
Oh, Jesus.
Do me, D.
Are we playing Murder, Death, Kill right now? Murder.
Do me, D. No. All right. Just do Julian.
Just do Julian. All right. Oh, God.
Just ask Julian.
I might not be able to give her answers. Like, she can ask what I do for a living.
Should we mute the camera, John, or do we want to watch this?
No, I already don't want to do this. We've already hyped it up too much. Oh, Lord.
All right. None of us. Just some random guy. Hold on. We'll do this. Hold on. Steph McFarlane.
Seth.
Put her heartthrob.
The internet exists. I know everything there is to know about my man.
I'm gonna do
my fantasy boyfriend.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Feed myself.
All right, here we go.
That's her hall pass.
That is my hall pass.
Oh wait, does that work? Oh wait, okay, no, that's not gonna work. Hold on. I got this. Invite. No, present. No, not invite. Share screen.
What are we doing?
I'm doing something here. Okay, there we go. We got this. We might be inviting your home pastor. All right, go. You got 2 minutes. There he is. He's right in front of you. He's sitting right in front of you.
2 minutes to just come up with random questions.
What questions would you ask? Oh, look here. We'll do this one because he's got the microphone in his face.
Hey, but
first question would be, what in God's name made you think to do this?
He's ready. He's ready for you. Go. He's got the mic and he's smiling. Look at that smile. That's a $20 million smile.
Or $200 million. Man.
But just remember,
his teeth are perfect.
He's answering you in Stewie's voice.
Yeah. No, don't do Stewie's voice.
No.
All right, ready?
Let me ask you a question.
Go, D. The timer starts.
Okay, first off, what in God's name made you pick to do this?
Okay. Question. Come on, keep going.
Have you met anybody else that's interesting at this event? Have you done an event like this before?
Pause. I will pause. That's actually a friggin' smart question to ask. Would you answer that honestly, Bruce or Julian?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to seem like you're a speed dater, phenom here or something like that.
Hey, everybody out there, write this question down because I think this is a question you should ask at a speed
dating. Yes, if a girl was to ask me on a date, if I'm talking to other people, I'm gonna tell her no, but I'm probably talking to other people.
Yeah. You tell her the truth, Bruce? Like, yeah, that chick on table 3, mamma mia.
No, I'm basically I'm holding any opinions until the end of the round. So.
All right, yeah. So you're gonna go, no, right now all that matters is you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. You got 2 minutes to dazzle me, baby.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, D, continue.
Shit. See, you knocked me off my thing. Also, I was at the 20-second mark, so I'm just gonna eat up time until now. Shit. Now I've.
Are you gonna ask him if he's a top or bottom? Are you gonna ask him if he's a top or bottom?
What's your favorite sexual position?
Why not? Right? Why not? You get that out there now. Oh
my God. For him, I'd be like, how often do you visit your dentist and what's his name? Because his teeth are beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, the teeth are important. Yeah. What else? That's it. You still have like a minute and 10 seconds left.
How about what's your perfect first date outside of speed dating?
Do you ask? Because this question comes up, and I bet you Bruce got this question when he was speed dating.
Uh-huh.
Are you close to your mother?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't ask on a first date. That's not
get that one. They ask about hobbies and what you do for work.
You didn't get the mother one?
That's not a speed dating question.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I mean, my speed dating questions, I've never done this before, but I learn a lot about people from what's your favorite movie? What's your top 3 favorite movies right now? Go. What is your favorite song of all time that makes you cry every time you hear it?
Get a general idea. Yeah, get a general idea what kind of person he is. Yeah, that makes sense. Exactly. That makes sense. Brucey, I will hold on, Bruce. Let me find Bruce's love crush.
Bruce needs what? Sofia Vergara?
No, he is into the Wonder Woman.
Oh, the Wonder Woman girl. Yeah.
Gal Gadot. Yeah.
That's how you say her name. I was trying to remember her name. All right.
Or Linda Carter, any of the Wonder Womans, really.
Linda Carter.
Oh, I see. All Bruce needs is a girl in a Wonder Woman costume. It doesn't matter what she looks like.
Yeah. All right, Brucey.
She's got that wig on. She's golden.
She's golden, baby.
Now we know the cat.
But Brucey, let me ask you something. You remember
a lasso on me? We got the Kiki thing going, so you know.
But Bruce, remember what that lasso makes you do.
Oh, it tells the truth.
Tell the truth.
That's right. You won't be able to lie to her. So go ahead, Brucey. You got 2 minutes, man. Let me see what you got. What are you asking? Whatever. I can never remember her name. Gagal, whatever her name is.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah. What are you asking this beautiful woman?
Hey, so just like, is this your first? Have you done the speed dating before?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got that question. You're going, and so you know, what do you do for work?
Okay.
What kind of hobbies you got? What's your favorite food?
All right.
You know, let's see. What was some of the other questions we had? They were icebreakers. Movies, you know, that you're into. Songs. What type of music
like?
Annual. I got
getting that one out there.
Fuzzy handcuffs.
Random lubricant.
Question number 1. By the way,
or oil based.
Yeah.
Oil based products.
Checking.
Are you into whipped cream and chocolate?
Yes.
Pastrami in the bedroom? Yes or no?
Yeah. Do you like
make a
pastrami sandwiches while we're making love? She is Jewish. She is Jewish.
Do you know how to make a sandwich?
Do you know how to make a sandwich? Who's your girl?
Me?
Yeah. Who's the girl that I'm going to put in front of this camera for you?
Dude, I don't know. You could just leave Gal Gadot, I guess.
Just leave her up there. All right, leave her up there.
Wonder Woman. I mean, she's good. You know.
All right, you're competing against Bruce right now. Now she just got off of Bruce's table, and
I don't know how I one up that.
She just sat next to you. She just sat in your table now. She just left Bruce. So what are you going to ask her?
To make him forget about her?
Yeah.
To make her forget about him?
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to make him.
I'm asking her, do you eat ass?
Oh. I need more bourbon.
Like up or down. That could go well or not. There's no gray area for that.
Forget to ask her about if she knows any rope tricks.
I like Art's theory there. That's smart. You got 30 seconds. You got to you got to ask the important stuff, dude. I think anal and ass. That's 2 big ones right there. My goodness.
Well, if she eats ass, she probably does anal too.
Yeah. So that's probably it. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't know if
salad.
Okay.
Goodness.
Yeah. No. Oh man!
Come on, John. Throw your girl up there. Go ahead.
Who am I throwing up there? Who am I going to throw up there? Who am
Taylor Swift.
No, God, no.
He's dumped Taylor now.
Yep. You got to remember. I didn't know that. Let me get this all out there. I think I like her, part of her, but I don't find her attractive. Does that make sense? There's part of her that I like, and I don't find her like very attractive. Shit, I don't know where I'm going to go with this one. There's too many of them. Let's go Cameron Diaz.
That's a good works.
Yeah, she works. Let's go Cameron.
Especially when she's got mousse in her hair.
I got to figure out which Cameron Diaz I want.
Get the one with the mousse in the
hair. You want like younger Cameron Diaz?
I'm looking for Cameron Diaz in.
She's in her Charlie Angel outfit.
I don't want this Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
No, I'd be with the. Here we go. We'll use this one just because she's is cute. There we go. We'll put it.
Those just died. That sucks.
There we go. That is. I buy her. Like I'd do anything for her. Share screen. All right, share screen. There we go. Go Windows. All right. There you go. I don't know. Like, I would ask her the same basic questions. Like, what does she think is fun? What does she like to do? What favorite foods? Again, the same thing. Is she close to her family? Because I'm a fan. I love family, so I want to be with someone that's, that is close to their family, doesn't have any issues with their family. Because I can't stand that. I did that for 20 years. Where it's constantly battling with my other spouse's family. And I don't want to deal with that shit.
How big the baggage is that she's carrying?
Yeah. I don't want to deal with all that nonsense. So, but yeah, like questions like that. I mean, you got 2 minutes, and I think
hey, that's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Don't you believe though, D, that like isn't that something you'd want to hear from a guy ask you a question about family?
Not in a speed date round. That's too personal.
Oh no, I don't know. I think it's
important. You're asking
for me. That's too much.
No, because you got to remember, you got to get answers in those 2 minutes outside with your questions as well.
You got to be. Yeah, you got to go yes or no question. You got to go yes or no question.
I think you start with back or stomach.
Yeah. You like to do right now. All right, so that was our speed dating round. I hope you enjoyed that, people. The average cost to get ready. We did this one. Remember, guys, we went through this one. I feel sorry for you women out there. The average cost to get ready for a date can vary widely. By studies found that this is how it's written. Black women spend about $107.20 on average to prepare for a date, while Black men spend around $169.20, according to Essence. These figures include things like hair, nail appointments, new outfits, and other beauty-related expenses. Here's the breakdown. Black women spend $107. Black men spend $169. White men spend $194, including date preparation, food, and drinks. White women spend $143, including date preparation, food, and drinks.
Oh, so that includes the meal.
Yeah, so that's including the meal. The other one is just preparing for the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that's the thing. Are you getting a new outfit for a date? Because I'm not.
I mean, I know John buys a
shirt. I do the shirt. I always buy a new shirt.
Why? So they don't smell the last girl?
No. That's not a bad idea. Lipstick sometimes doesn't come off.
I mean, he's up to 5 or 6 shirts now.
Yeah. I'm more that. But I like to have something new on. I figure it's a new relationship.
He wants a memory that he can put with the girl.
I can hang it up and go, that didn't work. Yeah. Whatever. That didn't work.
Well, that's why you just wear it until it works.
Until we're no. I think if I'm going out on a date, I think she deserves something new on me. Like I'm going to go buy a new shirt probably, and that's probably about it. I'm not going to buy anything else, but a new shirt. I will go buy a new dress shirt.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm not really wearing dress shirts.
Yeah, see, that's different. Yeah, when you get older,
because I'm a little younger. Yeah. So I can get away with if we're gonna go out.
But shit, I've seen what a fucking t-shirt costs. I've been in some of those stores, dude. A fucking shirt at Lids is not fucking cheap.
Oh, you get a fitted shirt. I mean, you're talking $70 to $100 for a fitted shirt now.
Yeah, these guys are paying like upwards to $45 to $50 for a cotton shirt, Bruce.
For my gym shirts, these ones, I pay $50 a shirt.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
When you get on these online where the shirt is kind of fitted to you, it's $80 plus shipping.
Yeah. It's worth noting that these costs can fluctuate depending on individual preferences, the types of dates, or whether factors in the cost of the date itself. Some people might spend more on grooming, on other clothes, or for a date, while others might prefer a more casual approach.
Yeah, those disposable razors get expensive.
Yeah, Bruce said, I remember we broke this down, Bruce. Bruce, you ready? Bruce, what does it take? How long does it take you to get ready for a date?
For a date?
Yeah,
including the shower or just
including the shower?
Maybe an hour.
An hour? That's not bad.
That's a long time. I feel like
Gen Z is so different. It's like, whatever, fuck it.
Well, you want to get wet in the shower.
You want to get wet.
Well, I am getting wet, but I
don't get wet after the date too. Sorry.
Maybe it's because I'm a little more like.
Hey, wait! Watch where it's getting wet in here, boys. That's just be careful.
I'm able to move a little better now. Maybe like I would say like the shower takes like 20 minutes, and then to get dressed and do my hair and all that, maybe another 20, maybe like 40 minutes.
40 minutes to get dressed. Yeah. D, what's D's process?
It takes about 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, I'm right around Bruce's range and Julian's. I'm like right at 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. And that also, are we adding in like, am I manscaping? Like, do I gotta?
You better be manscaping.
That's the whole prep for the day.
Man.
We're doing the shaving, so you best be doing that cleanup.
No, don't you want to see the South Sahara? Go through the jungles of South Africa and just like, whoa, what the hell's in there? Where's that penis?
She'll find it.
She'll find it eventually.
Your lady doesn't want to floss with your pubes, Bubba.
that app's next. The app's next for her to find it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what a penis looks like. Let's see, what was I? Whereas the average person has gone on $3,225.12 worth of dates within the past year, according to new research. $3,000 a year.
Wow.
I'm saving $3,000 a year.
That's a good used car, Bruce.
That's
that's a lot of golf.
Somebody later.
That's a lot of golf.
$3,025.
And then the thing is that if you end up making that girl your girlfriend, you're going to spend more money.
You're going to spend more. Yeah, you're going to spend more. But if you don't end up being in a relationship, they figure you're going to spend about $3,000.
All right. So then I guess I'll put this question out there. How many dates do you go on before you decide if that girl is worth keeping hanging out with, or you're done hanging out with her?
Before you realize she's using you for dinner?
No, not even that. No, I don't mean that in the sense of like you guys both like each other, but like, you're like, I'm not gonna. I don't like. I end up deciding that you're not gonna date this girl, or like you're on the fence about it. How long do you stay on the fence for before you decide? All right, I'm done talking to her. Or I'm gonna keep going.
I'd say like 3 months worth of dates.
And how many dates do you think you're going on?
It's probably like 2 or 3 a month.
2 or 3 a month.
Yeah.
So you'll go through like 6 dates, and let's say you spend an average of like $100 to $150.
Yeah.
You know? That's a lot of money.
That's $1,200.
Yeah. Hey, that's a used car. Sometimes.
That is a used car.
A really used car.
Good one, but yeah.
Good. It's not a great car.
It might get you to work.
It'll get you to A and B. Maybe not back. I don't know. Get
not
you to
C
A
for sure. Not C.
Yeah, it's not getting you to C.
It's a stanza. Come on.
It's a stanza. It's John Hoyt's car though.
Art brings up a good point. Pornhub is free.
Oh, like Jesus Christ.
98 Civic.
Yeah. In 1989, Chrysler, what was the car that George bought?
Chrysler LeBaron, for sure.
Chrysler LeBaron convertible. Yeah. John Hoyt.
There you go.
Cordova.
A survey of
Saturn for that.
No Seinfeld jokes. A survey of 2,000 general population Americans looked at cost of dating and relationships within the past year. The average response has gone on 8 dates in the past 6 months, costing $189 each. This lines up with the response estimated. Oh, go away. Estimated a good date should cost a good date. A good date should cost $196.
Jesus.
But all I heard was Jesus. One of the 8 expected to spend even more, at least $300 on each date. That's
fuck no.
$300. My wife, yes.
Insanity.
My wife, yes.
It's a rich man's game.
Yes.
Well, are you talking about your new shirt included in that total?
Maybe it might be.
Or
no, I think it's just the date itself. It says estimated good date,
whatever.
Yeah.
These numbers just tell me I don't have enough money to be dating.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, hey, look, man, I could either keep my refrigerator running with my power, or I can go on the date with you. So either you're having chicken nuggets tonight, or we're going out somewhere special. Results. Some Dino Bites. You want some Dino Bites? Results show that men have higher expectations. Of course we do. Believing that a good date should cost $220.
Men have higher.
Hey, a good date for me costs nothing.
Yeah. A good date is just a great conversation.
I thought it was always around it was the other way around, that the women had the high expectation.
Now, ready for the women. The average woman believes a good date should cost about $170. D, does that sound about right?
No.
You'd be happy if it was just good conversation, a good person, and it was $80.
I'd be down with a coffee house.
Yeah,
like late night. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's about the company and how you spend your time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gals online go, man, I ain't doing no coffee and a walk for a first date. You better
Well,
wait.
those are
Hold
terrible
hands,
people,
walk through
and
the
that
park.
should be a red flag.
Yep.
I think like those, like, it's hard to do because like you have to have things in your area. You know what I mean? That you can use. Like, we don't have Central Park. I get how Central Park could be romantic, you know, walking through Central Park.
But then you're like the 12th guy that's taking her to Central Park.
You could be. You could be.
That's the
thing.
Of the 12 guys, you're the first guy that gets
and only
mugged.
9 times were you mugged.
I tell you what, we'll go late at night through Central Park, and you can be the one that's scared.
We'll do another Seinfeld. We had to deal with the pigeons. No, okay. So when it comes to picking up the tab, the same percentage of response are likely to pay for the date. 33% of them say those who have the date paid for them. 31%. Right? Did I read that right? Let me try that again. When it comes to picking up the tab, the same percentage of response are likely to pay for the date. 33% of those who have the date paid for them, 31%, and 27% said they split the bill or take turns paying. I like that, 31%ers.
Which one was that one? That take turns paying, or they split it?
They split it, yeah. Only 31% say they should split it. So it's still not gotten any better. I think women still, I don't know if a generational thing though, but I still think a lot of women still expect the guy to pay for the date.
You got a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah.
Girl point of view on that one. Actually, it's kind of become an unwritten rule, especially on first dates, especially with internet first dates. If you know you don't like that guy, you pay your half and get the F out of there.
That's why, you're right. Exactly. That is true though. That's absolutely true. When she's like fucking first date and she's like, no, I got this. I got mine. I'll pay for mine.
Or she excuses herself in the bathroom and slips out the back door.
You're never seeing her again, dude.
You're
never seeing her again.
That's because she went to the bathroom and snuck out the back door window.
Yeah.
That also happens. I don't condone that.
Yeah. Men are more likely to be the ones who usually sponsor dates, 54% compared to 12% of the women. Relationships costs don't just stop at the dates. Really? I knew that one. Where'd it go? I lost it. I went too far. I'll take that back here.
Are you talking about the overnight bag?
Yeah, fucking Bernstein.
Well, she brings the overnight bag in.
That's you're in.
Here you know what's happening.
You don't have to worry about who paid for what dinner.
you know you're going to get the perk.
Oh, there you go. Relationship costs don't just stop at the date. The average person has spent nearly $360 on gifts for their partners within the past year, with 1 in 5 saying they spent upwards of $500.
This is like your partner.
The little
So you're already in a relationship.
The go bag, the little the toothbrush, the little toothpaste, the little
you're buying the lotions and the creams and stuff.
The gift bag.
Okay, see, like, okay, I get what they're saying here, because sometimes guys will do that, right? Like they go on 2 dates and they feel like, hey, there's a connection there. Send her roses. You know, just let her feel special. Send her some sort of gift. You know, something to make her remind her of you during the day. It's a smart move. It is a real smart move. Number one, if she's in an office environment and all her friends are like, "Oh my God, you got looking D."
It works. That works real good.
She's like up.
You're the belle of the ball for the whole freaking day. You didn't even do anything.
You're the best boyfriend ever, dude. You're like,
that's not your girlfriend.
It's not.
Oh, you're getting gibberish for a week. You give your girl flowers at work.
Yeah, because I hate. All right, D, don't get mad at me, but they all hate each other. And if one's having a good time, that's not good. And especially if it's in an office environment, if one is happy and she's having a great life, and some guy that she's only been out on 2 dates sends her $60 worth of roses to work.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, some of us have been like, I've been with this man for 5 years. He's only sent me flowers.
Yeah, you just put some poor guy in the doghouse.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
Yeah. It's a ripple effect. It's probably not.
Julian's like, okay,
I'm just totaling all this shit up, and I'm just like, fuck no.
Yeah. Men average higher expenses on gifts than their partners.
You don't want to start a bad habit by sending gifts out,
Yeah, you don't want to do it all the time, because if you do it all the time, it takes away that special feeling that she's gonna have. It's like she's like, oh God, roses again. No, you do that like once a month, maybe.
Tired of having him lunch delivered to my office,
Yeah, lunch. Yeah, change it up. Roses 1 month, maybe dinner or lunch for so have lunch center. Have some guy come over and cater lunch in front of her. Dude, that would drive every woman in the office crazy. No. He's just here to cook for me, fuckers. Back off. The crepes for one. Men average higher expenses on gifts for their partners, $430, while women spent a little less, averaging about $272. So you're going to get about $272. You're going to get that wallet from her. Now, what? All right, D. What would you send? What would you send?
What would I send?
Yeah, if a guy's sending you roses at work, like what would you do special, like spontaneous for him? That's going to be, around that $272.
I'm a girl. We were taught that we cook a meal and we give you a gibber. Yeah. That's all we do. It's
just
cheap.
Put your shirt efficient. Up. Just put your shirt up. That's all the guy wants. Boobies.
Here's my boobies. Boobies. And a sandwich.
Here's the flash. Here's the flash.
Boobies. Oh,
I mean, that should just be upset about that answer.
This is how they. That's how a woman stops the argument. They just flash the guy and he forgets what he's arguing about.
They should change this right here. Women spend a little less, averaging. It should just be a 0, because that's all they have to. Look at my butt. Does my butt? Look at my.
If I cook my man a meal, that's at least probably $50 to $80.
Right. But I'm like,
all she's got to do is get naked, and it's like you're there's your perk.
Yeah, I know you guys aren't going to send something
into that.
Right. I mean, you're not sending something to a guy at his office.
Well, the thing is that
possible?
Girls my age can't cook.
That is true too. That is true too.
A lot of them can't cook.
Sorry, Gen Zers.
A lot of them can't cook.
Yeah. But how long can keep us? We're done.
Like, I live with 2 girls, and if Chipotle and DoorDash is cooking, then they're chefs. But other than that. It's it's not looking good.
So sad. Yeah, it's not that freaking hard, ladies. It's not that hard.
I mean, I can't count how many times I've had to cook for dates. Not necessarily the first date, but for multiple dates and stuff.
Yeah,
they've all come to my house and I've cooked. I don't think I've ever gone to a gal's house and they've cooked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But they like that. They like the fact that you can cook, though. That's the
true.
thing.
Yeah, they do actually put together a meal.
Yeah, because they think we just eat TV dinners all the time.
Yeah.
Well, they think we have like one TV tray. Don't look at my living room. One TV tray, TV dinners in the refrigerator. Like, maybe I'll have chicken tonight. No, Salisbury steak sounds good. Ooh, look, there's Mexican. No. We can cook.
My mom taught me how to cook. I was the oldest, so I had to learn how to.
So this one has a brownie.
Yeah, this one. Ooh, don't forget to take the brownie out and finish cooking, because the brownie will burn.
Plus, I took home ec in high school because it was a great class to meet women.
Yeah, it was. Girls. Those were girls back then, not women. Let's not get that mixed up.
Well,
so much so that 37% see this going on fewer dates within the next year because of the economy, and 60% will budget how much they spend on relationships overall. That's smart. I think, we budget everything else in our lives. Might as well budget our dates. Like, hey, you know what? I'm on a budget, bitch. And this is what we're going.
Have this. Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm sorry for the bitch part, ladies. I'm sorry.
I don't get paid for 2 weeks.
I don't get paid for 2 weeks, man. And like I said, I like electricity. I like taking hot showers. So I don't want to get my water shut off.
You want me to be able to smell good? Then I need to go take a shower.
So it you know, like when I was breaking this all down, it's just like when you take all the money that you're getting yourself prepared for, and the money that you're paying for the app, the money that you're might have to pay for a lift or whatever, dinner, the tip,
gas.
I mean, shit, you start looking into it and like fucking how important the economy is just for people being single. How much the single person is spending other than all the other necessity things like electricity and rent, car insurance, and you start looking into what it's got. They say $3,000 a year, but I think it's more than that.
It does
depending on how much dating you're doing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Let me go here. Nearly half believe that it's okay to take someone on a date that is considered budget friendly, 45%, with similar percentage claiming that they wouldn't judge their date for taking them somewhere cheap, 50%. So, okay, D, we go out to dinner. Dinner's done, and I'm paying for dinner, and I'm using a coupon.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine. Maybe I'm weird.
Julian's heart just stopped.
The 2-for-1 at Taco Bell.
No. There's some nice places where sometimes they have like a little gift coupon, Like
Groupon is a thing. Why wouldn't you use a Groupon on a date?
They use a gift card.
Oh, now gift card, that's understandable. Oh, dude, that too. That is
It's the same thing as a coupon.
It is the same thing, but there's because somebody gave you that gift card. It could be your ex just to get rid of you. Here's a gift card. Go find somebody else.
Could have been your last date. Maybe that was your consolation prize.
No, I got that from Christmas from my last, my ex.
Yeah. Okay. Gift card or coupon. So if he's whipping out a fucking coupon from the newspaper to pay for this dinner, are you looking at him a little differently? I want you to be honest.
I would not look at him differently if he paid with a coupon or a Groupon or whatever. I would look at him differently if he broke a glass and put it into his meal to try to get a freebie. Yeah.
Pretend like you're.
All right. So then the next question: what if he doesn't tip?
Oh, that's a deal breaker. Nope, you don't tip. You're a piece of garbage. Mm-mm.
What if he tips just $5?
Yeah, he tips like 5%.
Huh?
If he tips. Was the service terrible?
No, there is people out there that their rule is that no matter how much the meal costs, they will only tip $5.
Yeah, that's a terrible person. It's a garbage person.
Yeah, I'm a 20%.
That's a red flag. That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. If the place I'm eating is average, I will leave the 15. If it's a little bit above average, where I felt like I didn't have to ask for napkins, I didn't have to ask to have my drink refilled, or have things came to me, on time, I'm 20. Yeah.
What if the service is bad?
If the service is bad, the way I do it is I look at it like, is the service bad because of the waiter, or is the service bad because of the kitchen?
Yeah,
and that's how I look at it.
Because you don't know. I mean, who screwed it up?
Yeah. If it's if the meal comes, like say I order a hamburger and she asks me, like they always do, how do you want that hamburger? And I say, well done, and it comes back to me and it's still bleeding, and it's still got the fucking bullet in it. I am going to be a little upset, but I'm not going to blame her for that, especially if I know she wrote, well done.
WD.
Yeah. So I kind of do it that way. I kind of judge to see who's the culprit here. Was it the kitchen? Was it her? But if I'm getting shitty food, but or she or he, let's be honest, if she's filling my glass back up constantly, bringing me napkins, asking me if I need anything, it's constantly there at the table.
Number down on the napkin,
Yeah, I'm tipping her the 20. I'm giving her the 20. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, but if it's the kitchen, man, boy, I don't know. It's tough. Likewise, half Americans also believe that it's okay to take someone on a date that's completely free. 47%. That's pretty fucking high.
What is
free? Free meal tastes better. Can you taste the value?
Free is a walk in the park.
Is that like doing a walk in a picnic?
Yeah,
picnic would cost money.
Yeah, picnic's going to cost you money.
But you
could
prep
build
for
a
that.
picnic out of stuff.
You didn't. I mean, it costs you money, yeah, unless you you got all that stuff in your house already. But yeah, I mean, it's not like going out and paying for something on top of it.
Right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess I see what you're saying, but I think it's still used. I think what they're saying is completely free.
You've paid for you've bought gas.
Yeah, there's no way you're not going to pay for something on a date. Well, even if you're doing it for free, it's going to cost you. Whether you're putting gas in your car or fucking.
What if she just comes over to your house and you just hang out?
That is called a booty call. Booty call. Booty. Bring that booty. Yeah, but are you surprised by 47% wouldn't judge that date?
I feel like this economy. No.
Is that a mixed response?
It's mixed, yeah. It says half of Americans also believe that it's okay to take someone on a date that's completely free. 47% wouldn't judge their date for doing so.
Is that guys and girls?
Yeah.
God, I wonder how many guys have got a first date that's gone for free.
Damn, I mean, I mean,
how many guys had to say yeah, or it's like all the guys are saying yes, and then all the girls are the ones that are saying no. So the 47%.
Hell yeah, I'll take it free.
I'm just thinking the first date I asked Gallup, we're gonna do something totally free.
I don't have to pay for shit. I got a shot at that. I get nothing. I don't have to pay nothing. Yeah, no, I mean, okay, like maybe they're getting. You think maybe they're getting like the meet and greet mixed up with the date. Like, like the coffee thing, like, hey, let's just meet at the park, sit down and talk, that's free. I don't know if they're getting the meetup part, what I'm talking about.
Taking a gal for a hike on the first
It's not a date yet. It's just, we're trying to feel each other out. Like if it's worth moving forward.
Maybe they call it a meet and greet a date.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I think they're getting because I'm hitting my mic because I can't see getting away with it. I really can't. Like, no, we're not going to spend. I'm not taking you nowhere. I think this will be great. Look at Dee's even laughing. It's like we're not going. We're just
meet me out here on the sidewalk, bitch.
Just you got two bottle waters at the park. What the fuck is this?
Bottles of water cost money.
Yeah, a fucking blanket. Hey, this is my dog.
We're gonna walk in here until we see how it's going.
I could be wrong.
We're gonna get a drink.
I don't know. Maybe things have changed, but I don't know. And interestingly, women are less likely to be judgmental about going on a date somewhere budget considerate. I'm sorry, budget considerate than men. 57% versus 45%. So that's pretty damn fucked. That's like 50-50 anyway.
Little did we know, guys.
We're okay with a free date.
Yeah. Again, it's all these are, you're considering, are you dating within your means? When I say that, are you dating, are you a guy that should be dating 5s, but somehow you got lucky and you're dating a 9 right now, You're going to treat the 9. I think. Am I right though, Dee? Be honest.
No, right? Yeah, I get that. Especially at the beginning when you're trying to impress a 9, and you're like,
The 9's not going to go. Yeah, I'll meet you at the park. I got 2 bottled waters and a blanket.
Maybe she's a special 9.
Oh, I'm sorry, and some crackers.
Sure, see that movie Half Baked? When Dave Chappelle takes Mary Jane on a date and he's got like $10. Let's go for a walk. No, let's take a cab.
I mean, I've seen the YouTube videos where the guy like forgets his wallet, on the first date.
I've done that. I did.
Have you?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, I'll have to use that trick one of these days.
Yeah, I did that. 2 and 3 response even said that one of the best dates they ever been on was okay. I'm gonna read this the best I can here. Was somewhere that the budget friendly like a party. 21%. That's smart too, but it's hard to get someone to go to a party as a first date.
Yeah,
that's
unless they know that person.
Yeah, a friend, but you're trying to date and like it's all the same acquaintances, but like a complete, taking someone to hey, I know this is our first date, but would you mind going to a family reunion? Like, yeah, right, okay.
Right? I need a +1 for the wedding that I got invited to.
Oh, that's the best one though, because that one works because no girl's gonna say no to going to a wedding. They're not.
So have you done that before, John?
Yes, they will not say no because they're getting fucking most of the time open bar. They're getting a free meal and they get the dance.
So then it's a free date.
And yeah, it's a free date.
It's a free date.
And
Well,
it's a free date.
I mean, if you're really thinking it, and you're not a +1 and you're going to a wedding, there's a lot of single women at weddings.
There are a lot of single women. So you gotta judge. Are you taking the 5 to the wedding or the 9? You gotta there's a middle ground.
5 so you can find yourself another 9.
Yeah,
Find yourself an 8.
And if you drink enough, they're all 9s.
Yeah, if you drink enough, Bruce, they turn into the unicorn. They turn into the unicorn.
So the lights go on at the end of the night, and you're all
in the morning when you wake up and you're rubbing your eyes and you're oh, God, what did I do? What did I do?
They never look the same in the morning. John.
Yeah. Budget friendly, like a party. 21% said they were cool with that. Their homes, 19%. Their dates home, 13%. What's the difference? Oh, their home. It's their THEIR home, 19%, and their dates home, 13%, or a movie theater, 11%. Money can't buy love, according to 1 in 7 who believe that money is an influence in having a good connection with someone. What do you call it? You calling that bullshit? Or you believe in that?
That money. Wait, what was it?
According to 1 in 7 who believe that money isn't
buying love,
isn't influencing them in having a good connection with someone.
I think it influences in the sense of like if they can at least take you on a date and like, but you know what? Then there is women that date dudes that are dead broke.
You got that, like, 1 in 7.
So it's like, like, fuck. I guess it's not always something, but I do think that it's like very rare that you'll find someone where it's like it doesn't really matter at all. Yeah. Because like women care about like what kind of job you have, like at least having a job, that means you have some kind of money.
Yeah,
which means that it is influential. So there's a lot of questions that could be asked that are asked on first dates that would imply that they have money.
Well, yeah, because I mean you've got these 10 guys on that scale that are broke. They're used to they're cute, so they get the gals to pick up the tab all the time because
I can't find one of those. I'll go right here. I'll go to D. Homeless guy, but he's a 9. You dating him?
Maybe when I was 20, at this stage of my life, no.
She's like, I'm not supporting his ass. I don't care if he's a 10.
I've worked too hard and I'm too tired.
Seth MacFarlane goes on a date with you, but he's broke.
He's broke.
But he's broke?
Yeah.
Oh, he's talented though. He'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
See, that's the difference between a man and a woman. A woman sees hope.
Like I said,
she sees hope in the guy.
There's the 10 broke guy, right? Versus
but he's
the 5
already
rich guy, right?
He's a bad example.
Yeah, that is true.
No,
straight up.
Someone that just looks like him.
Wine, which I could totally support.
Straight up homeless guy with a 6-pack, just built like like every guy that you can imagine. But he's broke and he lives on the street. Or is he dating?
Why is he homeless? Why is he living on the street? What's the situation?
He's got a crack addiction.
Down on his
Has he got a crack addiction? Then yeah, he can stay on the street. I'm not doing that.
No. I'm gonna go with Julian. He's having a bad year.
And the guy's he's hung.
He's hung.
Bruce goes in the hung. In there, make it hard.
He's like he can sleep on the couch.
It's just like he's gonna have to use your shower.
He showers.
As long as he showers.
And then if he doesn't have a job, he can clean the shower when he's done.
Yeah, he can mow the lawn, take care of the plumbing and stuff like that. There you go.
You'll find a way to get something out of it.
Yeah. Brucey, she's homeless, but she's a 10. She's a 10. She's gaga. She looks like her. Let's not say her. Let's just say the homeless chick looks like her. Dude, we're gonna get in so much trouble for this homeless thing. She's out. I'm not gonna say homeless no more. She's out on her luck.
Correct term is unhoused.
She's a transient. She's a 10 though.
She's between places. Huh?
Yeah, she's a 10.
Yeah.
Are you Bruce? Are you dating her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Julian? She's a 10, Julian, but she lives in the cardboard box.
Nah, I need a girl. There's other things that factor into that, but she's got to have something. It's like the thing is, like, I've talked to girls. It has to be connection. Then two, I've like talked to girls that don't have a car, and that for me, I don't know. I don't like that.
See, yeah, at your age,
He said dating. I'm just dating. That's relationship.
Yeah, not really. You're dating her, dude. You're gonna pick her up at the cardboard box on the corner of 9th and 12th.
There's a difference between dating and a relationship.
Yeah.
So relationship. Okay, this is for the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for dating.
Then if she's down on her luck, then maybe I'll support her. But how long is she going to be down on her luck for?
I don't know. That's up to you, man.
Exactly.
Because no girl would want to be with the guy that's down on his luck forever. Eventually, she's going to get tired of it. Even if he's everything and a 10 and blah, blah, blah. Like, eventually, she's going to want more.
Yeah.
He can be a 10, but if he's not, like, at least trying.
And she's got all her teeth. She's a 10. She has all her teeth.
I would actually prefer she didn't have all her teeth.
Yeah, there you go.
You're looking for a gummy.
You said she was missing all her teeth, then you might have me.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go into the sexy part of it. A remarkable number of respondents have embraced the transformation of potential intimacy through investing in sex toys. 85% of the respondents who have purchased a sex toy in the past year has said it's improved the quality of their relationship. So they're adding the cost of the toys into the date. I don't know if I'm pulling out a toy on the first date.
Maybe not the first date, because like how many?
Was that a sex toy on a first date?
The silver bullet, baby.
All right, well, then, okay. As a guy, are you using the same toy on multiple women?
Yeah, that's not good.
No. One, right?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it being ripped out of the package, brand new.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want I don't want the ring that you used on the last 10 guys.
This is where you start with the condiments and then work into the toys.
All right, here we go. Gen Zers that are out there. How much does Gen Z dating cost? So half of the Gen Zs and millennials, this is D, but D associates herself as Gen X. I'm going to accept that because she's a Gen X in my book. Millennials are simply opting for a more inexpensive options. As a single person, it's easy to end up spending almost $150 a month, like we said, in dates. 150 a month in dates, that's off. So it might be easier to stop dating altogether. And this is the problem with Gen Z. That's their outcome. They just say, fuck it, and we're done. I will sit at home and play on my fucking computer and not go on a date because I'd rather invest $150 a month on the new fucking Call of Duty than actually on another person. That's crazy.
A fleshlight costs $150.
Yeah, I know. While you're still playing Call of Duty, go in that room. Go in that room. Oh, wait. Oh,
now for $150, you get the one that moves itself and everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you need it because you need both hands.
Hold the two controllers. Down. Let's water out everything. Fucking.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
lube in it.
So it might be easier to stop dating altogether and save this money for rent, healthcare, or invest it and get a return on your money. Yeah. I like the return on your money. I'm glad that you guys think that way. You're thinking down the road. 75% of Gen Z are single. That is fucking crazy.
I fall into that 75%. Yeah.
Fuck, 75%, D. That's your dating class, maybe, D.
That's my children are both single adults. So yeah, I buy that.
But you know what's funny is that so I have my two younger siblings. One of them just got married, and the other one is already engaged. I'm the only one.
Are they girls? Because it's different.
One's a girl, one's a boy.
Oh, okay. Because the girls are different.
Yeah.
They're taught from young age to find.
I'm the only one of my siblings that is single.
Okay. 75%. 90% of Gen Z say they are frustrated with dating apps. Gen Z is having less casual sex than previous generations. Sorry, buddy. 24% of Gen Zers have sex on casual basis. So you're having less sex, but when you do have sex, it's just casual. There's no commitment. There's no boyfriend, girlfriend. It's just, hey.
Yeah, a lot of the times it's like, in my experience, is that it'll be like a girl, and they just want to hang out, and then you know what it is. Like, it's like, we're not going nowhere. They don't want to go on a date. We're hanging out maybe at like 10. When she comes over late, that's kind of what the deal is.
The booty call.
Djibouti.
Generation, how didn't we?
When she's only hitting you up at 10, 11 and asking what you're up to, then
but you look at that 90% of Gen Z who say they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have 75% are single.
Yeah.
And 24% of those are having casual sex.
Well, I'm okay with right now when the girl is, she's all, oh, I'm at the club with my friends, but what are you doing at 11? I'm cool with that. All right. Come over then. Because then some dude at the bar bought her the drinks, and I get to reap the benefits.
You get to reap the benefits.
Yeah,
goodness, diabolical.
And like having a stripper for a girlfriend.
I remember Dr. Evil. That's Julian.
I be plotting sometimes.
Yeah. On present trends, 58% of Gen Z women and 56% of Gen Z men born in 1997 onward will ever marry.
Yeah.
You think that? Wait, what was it?
58% of Gen Z women and 56% of Gen Z men born 1997 onward will ever marry.
Don't think they'll ever marry, or
will ever marry. That's how it's written. Yeah. So
I don't get that. Is that like phrased as a question? Will they ever marry?
Will ever marry. That's how they wrote it.
Will never marry.
It should be never marry.
Yeah.
It's just ever.
Did a bad job.
I checked it 3 times.
If it's never marry, then I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Because I'm not. Well,
if it's never married, that makes sense because the current trends with baby births are down with Gen Zers. You guys are not having babies. You guys don't want to have babies. You guys want to have travel. You guys want, you're not really focused on work. Work's not important to you guys, but you guys want to travel, have fun, hang out, do all these
things. I will say I do have a decent amount of single friends.
Yeah.
That are my age.
Little brats.
Yeah, compared to 56 to 67% of millennials born in 1981 to 1996, 62 to 82% of Gen X born 1965, 1980, and 76% of the boomers in 1946. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised like when I started digging into who has the longer marriages. And boomers have the longer. They're the ones that are in their 25, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of marriage together.
Yeah.
But I think it was just more so of like, fuck it, I'm done. I don't need to look for something. But and whether there were finances or money involved or just they hated each other, they just stuck it out.
Yeah.
They just stuck it out. Gen Z is more likely to be single than any other generation, according to a new report by Coupon Birds.
Yeah.
While only 28% of millennials said they were single in a survey of 2,000 U.S. adults, a whopping 46% of Gen Z were without a partner in February 18th of 2025. That's not that long ago, dude.
What percentage?
48. 48% of Gen Z. Yeah.
Without a
partner.
Without a partner, okay.
And as of February 18th, 2025.
Fuck, 48%. This makes sense though.
Oh, this is funny right here. How does Gen Z flirt? Before I read this, how do you flirt with a girl?
I guess I'm not really going up to girls in person, but more like if it's online, then it's like, it'll be they post something, I'll swipe up, get a conversation going, and then that's how it starts.
Okay. All right. It says Gen Z flirting often blends traditional methods with digital tools, emphasizing authenticity, share experiences. They may show interest through likes on posts, I'm gonna give her a heart, see if she likes me.
Well, see, that doesn't work. You have to do more than that. Maybe you start off with that, right? You like some of their stuff. What I've found is that girls like, right, I'll like some of their stuff, and maybe they'll like some of yours, and then that gives you like, okay,
you're trying to open the door slowly.
She's opening the door, right? And then you got a message after that. You got to come up with something witty. It'd be like if you go up to her in person, you have to have something. Like you can't just be like, oh, hey, like, what's your name?
I know people, I'm not going to say names, but that really put a lot of thought into what they do with a picture when they see it on Facebook, whether it's a like, a heart, a smiley face.
Well, there's a lot of people in my age that also spend a lot of time in the things that they're posting. Will sit there and think about what photo they're going to post out of the 5 that they chose out of the thousands they took.
Yeah.
To be like, this one or this one or this one, like especially with my generation, like people put I would say too much effort into like what they're posting because they're worried about what people are going to think,
and they want that response, and then they don't get it. They're psychologically fucking.
Well, I just
destroyed.
tell people like it's your profile post. I've even had girls that I talk to ask my opinion, but I get it. It's because they like me, and that's why they're asking my opinion. But it's like it's your profile at the end of the day. Like whatever you want to post it. Like why?
Yeah. See, for me too, what I've noticed with the younger generation when it comes to like the photos, like that photo, and you're right, they've taken a lot of time and thought into what that one picture, and that's the one of many that they look through. Like they may have taken 150 pictures that day on their excursion, but that's the one they want. So when they also feel like if they don't get that response back that they're looking for that picture, it's like they already have a number in their head. Like I need 100. I should get 150 likes, and if they don't get that 150 likes, they're depressed by.
Well, girls also will post things, and then if after like 15-20 minutes it doesn't get the kind of feedback that they want, they'll delete it and then post it again later.
Yeah.
To get back in front of the page. Or if you just don't give them the right emoji that they're looking for, acknowledging that post.
Hey, Bertha, I proofread that. I did. I swear to God, I read it, and it says never on it. I looked 3 times because it did not make sense to me, and I will read it again because I know what she's talking about. And where was it at?
Or if the right person responds, that's when they delete
it. Yeah, because that's how it was written. And I copied and pasted this, but that's how it said ever.
So sometimes they're looking for a certain person to respond to it.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I noticed. That like it's in like if they don't get enough hearts or they don't get enough likes, it just really it's a generation that's really bothered by the fact that they didn't get the response that they thought they should have gotten from a photo. They may show interest through liking posts, sending text, direct messages. Oh yeah, or using digital body language. Okay, like emojis, right? That's what they're saying. Okay, and
swipe up, give them the hard eyes or something.
Yeah, and response times. Now that's the big one, right?
What response time?
Response time.
In like what sense? Like I
posted the picture. You were just talking about it. Like I posted.
Oh yeah, if she doesn't get it within a certain amount of time, then she might delete it.
Social media platforms in person, they might use nonverbal cues like clothing choices or stickers to initiate conversation. Do you feel like you peacocking to get that conversation?
I don't post anything.
Oh, that's true.
So it's a little different. Whereas like me, I'll usually be the one doing the messaging, but that's like recently, not really. Yeah. But when I was like, it's just trying to get them to talk to you, and then you go on a date with them, and then you realize, I don't really like her.
All right, here we go.
A lot of the times.
Let me do this one. This is the last part. Share screen. Julian can see it, and I will post it here. And there we are. Let me see if I can make this bigger. That's what she said. Come on, D, you're losing it.
I missed that opportunity. You're absolutely right.
D, damn it, D.
She's getting a little slow in her old age.
Yeah, I tell you. Sorry. All right, there's your breakdown. So if you're in Seattle, average date $137.20. Sacramento, which I think is kind of high, $123. San Francisco, $144. San Jose, I feel like I don't know. I want to say it depends on San Jose because I think if you're in Silicon Valley area dating,
well, San Jose is the same kind of area as San Francisco. It's like 40 minutes away, so it's like it's all Bay Area. Bay Area is going to be more expensive no matter what.
Yeah. LA 125, San Diego 121.
That Modesto didn't even make the map.
Modesto should have been on there. It should have been like $76.24, something like that. Wisconsin, where it shouldn't have been on there.
They didn't even bother to even look at. What about Chicago? Chicago's a huge metropolitan area.
Yeah, nobody in the middle of the country dates. Come on,
bother to look at the Midwest.
They're just get married after high school, right?
Yeah, they're looking for cousins and stuff there in the middle.
You basically just went West Coast, East Coast. Not even most East Coast.
Yeah,
just keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family. It's easier. Family reunions are much easier. You know, you're dating your cousin.
Pretty cheap,
yeah,
too.
you don't got to worry if your family will like them.
Yeah, they already like them. They're like, yeah, you date.
Well, unless
we like them.
Unless it's the black sheep of the family.
My pants already, and if I laugh again, this is a problem. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Did you date your cousin Joe? Damn. All right. Boston 124, New York 155, and in Washington D.C. 125, in Miami, Florida 127. I think it should be cheaper in Miami. They're old. They don't take much to eat there. Right? And there's your breakdown. That is your breakdown. And it's not bad. This is actually a pretty good site if you want to go and this it breaks down all the details of a lot of the average cost dating in each U.S. city. So it's a pretty good breakdown. Let me take that off there. So, hey, man, dating's expensive. And I think
it's not going to get any cheaper either.
Yeah. Now, see that it's not going to get any cheaper, but do you think do you think the cost of dating influences your decision on who you ask to date?
Yeah, she definitely like we'd have to have a good conversation and she'd have to be at least attractive enough for me to be like, okay, I'll spend.
No. Take out that part. I mean, you're looking at her and she just looks like she's expensive.
Oh yeah, no, it matters. Yeah.
So you would like if you like that's a $200 date.
If a girl only posts that she's going to restaurants that are going to cost $300 plus, and someone's taking her there, I'm not even going to do it.
All right.
Yeah, I mean when our profile pictures are look expensive.
Yeah,
inexpensive places like she's traveled the freaking world and she's by the Eiffel Tower and she's in Italy. When all her posts look like somebody spent some money, it's like no.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, it would, and it would for me as well. I mean, and now, like we said in the beginning of the show, I mean, you can just go look on someone's Facebook page and see what they've been up to even if it's private. There's still a few pictures there. Yep. That they can actually get a general idea of what kind of person you are. So
I've when dating sites is like, and in their descriptions, vacations, and I've been on 5 continents so far, and I'd love to go to safari in Africa. We're in a trip to Italy, and it's like, yeah, okay, you're too expensive.
How about you, D? I mean, if have you ever like had a guy ask you out, and I know this sounds weird, but like you just know he couldn't afford you. Like he couldn't.
He couldn't afford the hourly rate.
Couldn't afford your lifestyle.
I didn't say that. You know where I'm going with it. Like
no, that's never been a thing. No.
Yeah. But I could see a guy doing that. I think most guys should be like that. It's like, okay, I know if I'm asking her out, let's say Betsy from work, and she's always wearing designer stuff and she's always got going out to lunch and, all this other stuff. I can't afford that date. There's no use. She may say yes, but then I might have to pay for it for 6 months.
If she's at work, you can't run away.
You can't run away. You can't hide.
Can you say sugar daddy? Sugar daddy?
Sugar baby. No. Mr. Julian, what did you learn today, Julian?
I learned that it's expensive to date, and I'm not alone in being single at my age.
Yeah. And D's hourly rate's too expensive.
Yeah, and D's an expensive girl. Yeah, D's an expensive
You
girl.
can't afford me.
Can't afford her.
No, she got her hair done. It's like just right out of the price range.
That means if she goes on a date, that gets added on to the date price. So it might cost a lot.
Were you surprised by that number of you guys being single? That was that high? Did you feel like? Well, you said know most of your friends are all single.
Yeah, I don't think that it is crazy.
God, 75%.
Especially because I think a lot of people right now, just at my age, don't want to be in a relationship. That's why you have the people that'll hang out with you late night. And
that's what it came down to, is casual sex. Where you guys, it's just you just would rather have it that and just go home. You don't
gotta buy them nothing.
You don't have to meet mom and dad. You don't have, I don't need awkward conversation for an hour and a half at some restaurant.
Yeah, I don't want to meet your parents.
But do you think it's because of social media that they can't interact with each other in a one-on-one environment?
I do that, and all the Fortnite and the Minecraft and nobody sits next to each other and just plays a board game anymore. These kids don't know how to talk to each other because when they're in a social setting like school, they're all told to be quiet. Yeah. How are you supposed to learn anything about anybody when you're, oh, this is my best friend? How do you know? I don't know. We just sit next to each other and that's my best friend, I guess.
I've known her since 6th grade, man. Do you feel that's accurate?
That's not a relationship.
You feel that's accurate? I think it does come down to personalities, though. I think some people in that are Gen Z are just an outgoing personality where, they can not be part of that generation, but yet have more social skills than the average Gen Zer.
Yeah, I think it just depends on who it is. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with D. I think that with everyone having a cell phone and everyone being on a PC or a tablet, constantly communicating back and forth with each other through games and tablets and text messages, I think it's very awkward. And I think they've gotten to the point where they just want to avoid that whole awkward experience of just sitting in front of someone at a table for an hour and a half and trying to figure out what to talk about.
Yeah, and then if you happen to get close and they say, "Please don't touch me," so.
Can we just have casual sex?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Well, I just touched your arm. Relax, man.
Rutabaga.
If you're using rutabaga as a Gen Zer, you had some weird parents, man.
I would have loved to see the look on my face when she said that.
Rutabaga. What? Mr. Bruce. Always fun hearing your knowledge that you picked up tonight. What did Bruce learn today?
Well, like the rest of everybody, dating is expensive. Dating sites do not work, which I already knew that. And it kind of explains why so many people are single.
Yeah. Well, all right, but you said dating apps don't work. I'm going to ask all three of you, where's a good place to meet people? Where would you say is a good place to meet people?
When I figure that out, I will let you know.
Okay. Bruce, how about you, Bruce?
That is the biggest mystery on the internet right now, that everybody has an opinion, but nobody has solved that question.
How about you, D? What do you think?
Grocery store.
Grocery store is great.
I don't know. I got the women
age aren't grocery shopping.
I see the women going to YouTube going, when do men go shopping?
Yeah, I go
every
time. That's where you need to be, gentlemen. Go to the grocery store.
No,
all the women are at the Meijer and the Woodman.
But the women want to know when the men are at the grocery store.
Women are over by the produce knocking on watermelons like, hey, is this a good one?
I have no set time I go shopping.
What is it, the green lines or white lines? Is it oval or square?
Most guys don't have a set time that they go shopping because they go shopping when they need to go shopping.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
We don't plan to go shopping. We go shopping when we need to go shopping.
All right, I'll throw this one. How about the gym?
Sure.
Is that off limits now? Because I feel like maybe that's
I don't go to the gym.
When I go to the gym, I'm not there to socialize.
Nope.
And
because you're a creep if you are.
And if I guess like if a girl came up to me, I'd be okay with it. But I would just
she comes over
one time
and says,
a girl came up to me
and
asked me for like a tip or something like that, which I get like I wouldn't see it as overtly flirting because they could just be genuinely asking.
Yeah.
You know, girl that's asking you for tips at the gym is not flirting with you.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
what he's
like,
saying.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
that's
Like, I wouldn't take it as like, oh, like blah blah blah. So that's why I'm just like, oh, she's just like whatever.
Yeah,
that's why, and I'm not there to socialize.
Yeah, no,
I see a lot of people there to socialize, and that's cool. Like, go make friends. But I'm not going to the gym to socialize. I'm trying to get in and get out. I want to go home.
The gym is either socializing, actually getting a workout, or social media. It's one of those three.
And I would be afraid to approach a woman in the grocery store because that's like weird too.
Well, Bruce, you got to look for the ring first, Bruce. You just can't hit on everyone.
It's like,
I know how you work.
And besides, a lot of single women wear rings so they don't get bugged.
That is true.
No girls my age are shopping at Costco. That's the only place I shop.
Yeah, Costco's families. That's family. Those are moms, dude.
Yeah,
those are moms.
They got baggage, and I'm cool.
Those are moms. She's got like 6 kids behind her pushing the fucking cart.
You know, I'm just waiting for the older kids to come. I have a granddaughter your age.
Yeah,
granddaughter your age.
Hey, Brucey,
in the fruit section, you're asking some gal, how do you know if your melons are ripe or not?
Yeah. Hey, thump on here. Hey, Brucey, don't forget we're taking him to crocodiles. We're taking Julian to crocodiles one of these nights. He wants to.
Well, he did say he didn't like him when they had teeth.
Hey, that's even better. And if she'll buy me a drink,
yeah, he's ready to meet an older woman. He said,
yeah.
D. This is always good, guys. What did D learn tonight?
I learned that I'm really, really glad that I'm not dating.
Yeah.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
It's a rough world out there.
It's tough. It's tough out there. It's tough. And I think everyone agree it's harder for us, the guy.
You got to put in more effort. So
I think it's a different type of hard. It depends on.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I would say women get played a lot more often.
Right.
I feel like it's harder for a guy to get dates.
Yeah. It's harder for us to get the date.
But women get their emotions messed with a lot more.
Yeah.
Women's emotions get messed with, and women are like targets. We have to be careful.
Yeah, you guys do have
there are violent men out there. We are.
Yeah, I mean, we might accidentally touch them trying to actually hear what they're saying.
Do you feel that? All right, here you go. This is a good question for you. Do you feel like that a majority of the guys try to play above their field?
I can't honestly answer that question because I haven't been in the dating scene for such a long time.
Well, you just like looking around. How about you? Do you feel like that? Do you feel like sometimes you're like, oh, what the hell? I'll try this.
I feel like dudes do try to go above their fields, but I've also seen women go above their fields or below. Like either way, I think
we like it when they go below their field.
Yeah, I think it just has to do it just depends on the person.
Hey, I'm a 5, but hey, man. Fuck it, I'll try a 5 tonight.
So I just think that right now, from what I'm hearing and seeing, is that it seems like there's just people my age just aren't dating. So it's like,
yeah, they just stopped. You guys, it's crazy. And we saw, like we talked about on another show, but just, like the birth rate, it's the lowest it's ever been in the world. And it's not just Gen Z Americans. Yeah. It's Gen Z all across the board.
It's just because everyone sucks.
That's it's just like, fuck it, I'll play Fortnite tonight. Yeah, it's just,
Fortnite's not gonna bitch and moan,
and
or give you a disease, exactly, or give you something or nothing.
When I did the research, the horniest group was millennials. They're banging each other like crazy.
The youngest millennials are in their 30s right now.
That's right. Yeah, they're at their sexual peak at their 30s. Maybe that'll change for Gen Z. Do you think that'll change for Gen Z when they get in their 30s?
Gen Z gets to be millennials age. Yes, they'll start. We're all animals at a basic primal level. They're all going to want to reproduce. They're all going to want to rip each other's booby nipples off.
And I think we get before we go off, but I think you get to a point at a certain age where you're like, do I want to leave something behind? I want, a child. That's where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Your mentality becomes.
You all want to leave something behind, John.
Yeah, and I know it's different at different different ages for men and women when that feeling comes about. Like for a guy, I'm sure it's a lot later in life than it is. No, well, actually, no. Which way do you think it goes? Do you think it's the guy that's earlier in his life thinking about his lineage? I can't get that word.
I think the man is later in life. He's thinking about his lineage. A girl is earlier in life thinking about her biological clock because girls' clock gets into action at 13. I had a thought and I just lost it. Oh,
that's good.
Give me a sec.
No, because like I mean, like for you guys, I mean, like studies have shown, before it's best before 40. So I can understand where it comes a lot earlier for a female saying, I have to have a kid. I have to have it now. Right. Because once you get into your 40s, the chances start to diminish.
Exactly. Oh, that was my thought is
where the guy's like, hey man, I can get her pregnant when I'm 80. My shit's still good. Exactly. The old man, I'm picturing the old man, 80-year-old man with no clothes on, running around with a big old fucking arm.
Going to grab the towel.
I dropped that towel. Can you pick that up? Whoops, sorry.
I also think the like mortality does become a factor when you become like when you're in your late 20s, late 20s, you probably haven't seen as many friends pass away as you have when you're in your 30s and 40s. Right. When you see a friend pass away and you're like, oh, what they left behind, that's when you're like, panic, midlife crisis. I need to start thinking about life.
Yeah. So Julian's got 5 years.
I got a while. Well, I got a while. 35 is the midlife crisis now. 40?
No.
What is midlife
crisis for midlife crisis like 45, 50.
45, 50.
Oh, then I got a while.
You got a while.
You have some time.
I'm in my quarter life crisis right now,
Yeah. All right. We're out here.
All right, goodbye. Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you everybody on chat. We will see everybody next Friday. Julian, thank you. Bruce, thank you. Dee, thank you. Look into the camera and wave goodbye. Bye, everybody. Bye, keep it in your pants, people.